Hi, this is Jason Major with Sweaty Heroes Comic Bargains, and today is Batman Chronicles and Strange Tales. So, we got Batman Chronicles number 1, and this title was an anthology in the 90s that focused on some of the, a quarterly title that focused on some of the supporting cast of Batman. So this one had Commissioner Gordon and the Huntress and Anarchy, and this issue was more on some of the Gotham Police. These were excellent stories, really cool single issues. A lot of times when they did Batman Chronicles, they were sometimes they were connected to the bigger events, but in this case, these are single stories that like self-contained, great one issues for $1. This is going to be a great deal. And that's a cover price, even in '95 of $4.25. So that's cool. And this one was really good too. I really like the story in here with the cops and introducing new cops that you might never heard of. And Renee Montoya and Bullock are focused in this one. This is a $1 comic, which is a reprint of Joker number 1 from the 70s. This is a classic story and really a lot of fun. This is a new Batman based on that references the Tower of Babel storyline from the 90s, which was when Batman had secret files and all the Justice League. This comic is from 2022, but you can find it in a $1 bin, even though it has a $4.99 US price tag. This was Solar Man of the, and going over to some of the other different titles that we have here. Solar Man of the Atom. This is one by Dan Jurgens. This was really cool. If you know who Dr. Manhattan is from Watchmen, kind of a similar vibe, but Solar was created like in the 60s, but not for mature readers, more for like young adult readers, I would say, or sort of readers of hard sci-fi. The idea of Solar being he was a scientist who got caught in a nuclear explosion, becomes this energy being called Solar, a man of the atom, and then this one talks a lot about alternate universes and all this kind of stuff, but really cool art. So if you're a fan of Death of Superman and The Return of Superman and all of Dan Jurgens' work in Superman, then you're really going to like this issue of Solar. And these are to be found in the $1 bins, also in quarter bins and dime bins, because a lot of Valiant books have gone down in value. This is a cool issue of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. from the late 80s, and I enjoyed it. Artwork is by Keith Pollard, and very dynamic. Marvel Comics Presents did a lot of different things. In this issue, you had Namorita, which is Namor's sister. You had Hercules. You had Man-Thing by Steve Gerber. You had Colossus. So Marvel Comics Presents was a bi-weekly title that had a lot of storylines going on. And you can see this one has a back cover too. 32 pages, no ads. And a lot of storylines are like multi-parts, so the first one is usually a multi-part storyline, and so is the second part one, maybe even the third, but they don't like you're not going to be able to find like all of them being like part 1 of whatever. You're probably going to find one that says, like in this case, it says part 3 of 8, another one says conclusion, and then 2 single series. But a lot of fun if you want to look at different characters that you might never think of. Usually one is highlighted with the X-Men. Later on, Wolverine was the main highlight. And then you have other characters that are from across the Marvel Universe, not just the X-Men. So in this case, Man-Thing, Colossus, and Namorita, as I said. Ann Nocenti, Rick Lenardi, P. Craig Russell, Steve Gerber, Tom Sutton, Don Heck, Randy Eberlin, Scott Lovedale, and many others. So you're going to get some great creative teams and some different creative teams on these books that are worth checking out. So I highly recommend you check that out if you want to look at different tales. And then this one is cool. It's Strange Tales, and this Strange Tales was a title they had a long time ago as well in the 60s, but this one they rebooted it for the 87 to make one of the anthology series doing Doctor Strange and Cloak and Dagger. Really